Happy Friday, everyone.
Fulgens guest chat.
Welcome to Building Blocks. One minute to go. The Facebook stream is not working.
We're not in the group.
We are not in the group. It didn't go live.
Why can I make your voice? Yes.
There is always something happening on Friday mornings. We are not going to restart the stream, so join us here on the YouTube channel instead. Sorry to the Facebook group.
Like the Facebook group is listening to you right now.
Please let the Facebook group know that we're going to be on YouTube only. Going live in 10 more seconds.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anaandfuljens.
And I'm Fulgens Henry. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday. Hello, beautiful people. We're here trying new great things. And on this Friday morning, I hope you guys are doing amazing and ready to learn some great stuff. As you saw on the waiting screen, there's this trend going on where everything is, not everything, but a lot of the designs now are kind of going to a nostalgic way, black and white, minimalistic, simplistic, and then on one extreme, right? And then on the other extreme is going just completely anti-design and you do what you got to do. So we're trying this one, which is more to our brand. Let us know what you thought about the waiting screen, and we're using different fonts. We're gonna go over that today, but also Fulgens. We're gonna go over what
Our favorite 3.10 overlay feature updates.
Yes, and for those of you who have already downloaded, we want to know what your favorite features are in general, but also overlay text overlays related.
Yes. So good morning, Mr. Moderator. I see Samantha is here. Good morning. And go, Johnny, go. Good to see you here. Yes.
Yes, go Johnny, go look at made it. He's like, I'm over here trying to like read the comments for you guys. And actually I love it because now I can see your names because we are on YouTube.
On YouTube, yes.
Yeah, so you can see all your names, all your awesome names. Here we go. Aw, that's sad that we're not in the group.
Yeah, you know, every Friday we have this issue with the restream, right? And at least it picked YouTube over Facebook today, right? So it's like,
I have a thing. I mean, you know, I I know a lot of people don't like Facebook, and I'm not even like about the platform itself, but more about the community, because I love going back and answering your
Yeah, for
questions that
sure.
I have missed and things like that. In YouTube, you can't do that. So I really love that aspect of Facebook, and hoping that when the Ecamm Live community not transfer, but also comes with Discord Live, I hope Discord has that you can reply to comments. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
for
don't know much
sure.
about Discord,
But in
but
terms
yeah, that's what
of,
I like about. That's why I get kind of sad when we can't stream into Facebook.
yeah, no, but in terms of the stream starting, and if it's going to like not stream to one or the other, I'd rather it pick YouTube for it to stream to versus the gremlins taking taking it down.
Favoritism. I see. Yeah. So okay. So everyone, let us know your favorite 3.10 features, because that we have our favorites that we're gonna go
All
over
right.
today. And a shout out for real. I want to send a shout out to Samantha. You guys, if you haven't checked out what Samantha, like her skills and the template she designed for her stream is beautiful. It's amazing. I mean, she just when her personality shows all throughout all the scenes that she created. So good job, Samantha. Good job.
Excellent.
So
Excellent
proud of
job.
you.
All right.
Yes.
So, do you want me to make you solo and you go over your favorite features, Miss Hill?
It's too early, not ready yet. You can go first.
Okay.
You were like, yeah, because we have. I'm actually, you know why I'm saying that? Because I'm on my laptop, and the automated scenes, which are my favorite, right? The automated scenes are on the other screen. But if I was to go first, that is first of all, for me personally, the automated scenes are really, really is one of my top features on 3.10, because I create on my shows and on my customer shows, I create slideshows for the waiting screen to show what the stream is going to be about and give them a little bit of behind the scenes, right? So I had to do this in Final Cut Pro before, but now with automated scenes, just like you saw on our waiting screen, that's all automated. We build the scenes in there, and then it just goes. We assign a specific time, so 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds if you wanted to, and then it goes automatically, and I don't have to do this in Final Cut Pro, right? So that is one of my favorite features on
So
3.10.
let's go into demo mode and show that, right? So if we go here and let's zoom in here, right? So this is what we're referring to. This is our waiting screen here. In here we have 4 scenes. We have the waiting scene, the waiting screen. We have a split screen of us in black and white. We have Anna solo, and we have myself solo here, right? So if we come back up here, this automated scene is a different grouping, right, compared to the original folder, which is down here, right? So now you have new group and you have new automatic group. So we added the automatic group and we add these folders in here, and you have this gear icon here where you can either advance to next scene, or you can make it switch to a random scene within the folder, and then your time interval, right? So for this, we have 5 seconds, right? So if we click play here, it's going to automatically rotate through the scenes within every 5 seconds, like so. And this is such an amazing feature, and it's just used for so many different situations.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And,
That is a
and
true
then
game changer.
for sure. And one another thing that I love about it is that if you say you have your scene set up to your scene or your overlays, right? Because you can have your text or whatever you want, right? Set up to specific time interval for the entire folder. If you wanted to have one specific scene playing longer, you can just click on that specific scene inside of the folder and it will stop there, right? It will stop the sequence. Then when you want to restart that again, then you click on play and then we'll go again. So it's really fun and flexible. And there are, a couple of feature requests that I'm going to actually ask about it, but it is a great, great workflow change for me. It's just making it so much easier for my shows and
then,
for this, all of the shows now. Yeah.
For sure. And then just going back to the waiting screen, right? If you notice in the folders, we do not have, for example, the timer. So here, if we come back here, the timer is not in any of these folders here. We just have whatever we want to appear in the folder. But if you want something to remain constant, you have to have it show in all scenes. So if we go back into live demo mode here, if you notice here, our timers are in all scenes because it's going to continue looping inside the folder if you do not have it out there, right? So let's say we have the 4-minute countdown up here, right? Let's clear the interface. If you have it there, and then now if we play our automated scenes, right, the timer stays consistent throughout the entire, this entire animation, right? So anything you want to stay consistent, constant, keep that out of your folders, or else it's going to continue rotating in there. So the timer will just keep starting over and over and over again, depending on what scene it is. And as Anna mentioned, when you're ready, like let's say using this for the case of a time awaiting screen, you can just, like, when the timer hits 0, you hide the timer, and then you go back to the scene that you wanted to stop at, right? You're ready, and now you can start.
Yes, so that hands down for my purposes on my show, right? This is my favorite scene. On top of the sound effect that I'm playing a song, right? And I wanted to play DJ, right? And do something and add some new sounds. And I did a witch show where I wanted to incorporate the laugh without having to do it in Final Cut Pro because I wanted to have the camera showing on the scenes, and I could, if I will play a sound, it will stop the music. But now I can do the laugh or whatever it is, right, on top of the songs, a specific beats or breaks on the song. So that is really awesome. I love it. I love that one as well.
Yeah, that is like one of the, like, at least for us, like one of the top features. Right?
Yeah.
And then Samantha says, I love the snap features. So, right, Anna?
Yes, I mean, like, that's, for designing now, like, moving into overlays, definitely that is because, it's just, for Fulgens' sake, right? And sometimes for names, like, that's one thing that for names, I try following that guideline, the rules. So that's really good for names for me. And then if I'm doing some other designs. So that actually is really, really good when it comes to overlays.
Yeah. And let's do a quick demo on that now. So this is very cool, right? So if we go into demo mode, we can unlock this camera here. We can just say, it's saying lock overlay. No, I'm not locked. I am locked. We are locked here.
Of course you're locked.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's go over it. Let's look at this snap feature. Let's zoom in a little bit. And if you notice here, right away, right, you notice that it's just the rulers that appear there, right? So it's showing that we're perfectly aligned. But let's say we were not, right? Let's say this camera was a little bit smaller and I want to line it up right here. Automatically just locks in place right up there. And if we're dragging it, notice that, look, it just locks right below, as well as it should go. Okay, so it's probably just vertical, horizontal, but in terms of resizing to make it match the other camera, it doesn't do that. But the workaround for that is if you lay your camera, let's bring this to front, let's zoom out a little bit, and lay the camera over, you get the perfect snap. The perfect O snap. There you go.
Or just drag it, copy it. Just copy your camera, and then that will be the
right.
The perfect sizing.
And those are the two ways to do it. But to do the snapping, and that works for anything. That works for text overlays, camera overlays, and any overlays that are native inside of Ecamm.
Yep. That is another awesome feature. You know what? And I wonder, when it comes to guidelines and rules and things like that, I wonder if the industry started with anti-design or no rules, for example, or something that would be like, oh, go free, because set your mind free and design and do things, right? I wonder if people will be less OCD about having straight lines and stuff like that. I wonder. Fulgence, that's for you.
Food for thought.
Do you think?
Yeah, because we're all programmed, a particular way, right? We're programmed and we're just raised to see things a particular way, right? So for example, we're programmed to drive down the road, right? Make sure the yellow line has to be onto our left, right? And we're driving. We know we're driving in the right lane, right? But what if we weren't raised like that? Like there are other third world countries where there aren't any lines and people are just driving all over the place, right?
No, so in third world countries, there are lines, but they just don't follow them lines. Because there are guidelines. That's something too.
But there's other places like where there are no, the roads are not paved. I'm referring to the places like roads are not paved at all, right? So
okay,
it's like you have to, and as you just mentioned, right? They're driving a particular way, but to me, I'm like, whoa, what's going on here, right? But to them, it's like, hey, they know what they're doing, right? They don't have to be symmetrical, right? So or parallel or whatever.
Yeah. That's like, for me, the only thing that I am very, I don't want to say OCD, but I really follow is organizing folders. Like that is the one thing that I'm like, I have to organize them, because when we go live, you guys, there are so many things that can happen, as you know, right? So if you have your overlays organized and your folders nicely labeled, right? When you go live and you have to change something, you can quickly reference to that specific folder, especially if you are, for example, if you have a lot of shapes or text on your overlays, you can just easily, on the folder named text, you can say, okay, this is where all of my text is. Let me click here, and then you go. So that is the one thing that I'm really, really, really kind of OCD about, is organization of folders and labeling the overlays as they come in, because of, the things that can happen, and then you just have to find it very quickly. But other than that, Mr. Fulgence is a design OCD person. You're getting a little bit more flexible, but yeah. But for you guys, when you're designing, or what is your OCD, right? I want to know to see how many of you have OCDs.
Right. So before we get into the next favorite overlay features, so just to touch back on what you said, it's very important to organize in these folders, right? So if you go back into demo mode here, this layout that you see here, it's organized in this particular way, where we have our cameras, right? We have our two cameras here, and then we have our lower thirds here, which has the name and the lower third body, right? So left name, if you look at the black underneath on his name, will fly out, right? Because that's the body of the lower third. And guest lower third, which is me in this case, right? My name and the body, right? And then here in the background, we have this YouTube bug here, and we have top square, right? So these are the accents that we have here, like the white squares, and then the background here, right? So everything is organized. So if you look, if we need to change a particular thing, we know exactly where to go. That is very, very important to have that there, organized that way. And this is very this is simple, minimalistic design. So you can imagine when we have something like scrolling tickers and other lower thirds and more camera overlays and everything like that, it gets very, very hectic, especially when all of these are text overlays. So just learn to start making a habit to organize these things from the start. This way you don't have to run into any issues.
That's exactly right. That's the only thing other than that. But yeah, so that would be if you guys are on your computers, near your computers, and you can type where your OCD is. I want to know. I want to talk about OCD. Okay, so Mr. Fulgence, next.
Yes. So next, amazing features. The camera overlays, you can now assign flying animations to your camera overlays, to your screen share overlays, and to your timer overlays, and to overlays that you're bringing in, such as JPEGs and logos. So that right there, just basically changes everything, right? So if you look here, on our camera overlays, we now have this pencil. Well, we did have the pencil before, but if you come here now, you zoom in, there's a transition feature now, which has all the different fly-in features, right? So if we want this camera to fly in from the bottom, we select that and hide the pencil and zoom out. So now going back to organization, we know where the camera is because we organize it in a folder. So we're going to go to Cam Link and hide it. And look at that, fly out, fly back in, right? And you can fly in multiple different directions. So that is an awesome feature. The same applies for screen share. So let's go to, let's see here. Okay, so we'll keep the stream and we're gonna do a screen share. All right, we're gonna come to screen share here. Okay, so if you look, you know, our cameras flew in, right? Because these bubbles there are, we assigned the flying animations to it. But now the screen share overlay too has the same features, right? So let's bring this down. And there's a transition option here too. So you can have it, for example, flying from the bottom, right? So we have flying from the bottom. And then let's go back to our main screen here. Oh, I'm still flying in. I'm like, why is Anna just there by herself? And then we go to screen share. And the screen share, look at that. That was a really, really smooth transition right there. That was awesome.
So Victor is at the airport. I guess he's just listening to us, maybe.
Hey, Victor.
He's asking, where are you going, Victor? Hopefully it's San Diego. Yes, flying camera overlays. Yes.
Yep. Flying camera overlays. Let's remove this one. All right, and then let's go back. But this screen share, that is a really, I like how everything flows there, right? And then the same thing applies for any pictures that you bring in. We do have this background here, so we don't need to bring anything else in. So let's, for example, use this background here. We have the pencil option, and there will only be one option on the pencil for any overlay that you bring in, which will be transition, right? So if you bring in a logo, if you bring in a background, that's the only option that you see will be transition, right? So for example, fly in from the bottom, and let's unclick that pencil, right? And then let's try this, right? So now let's say you want to use this for a closing screen or whatever, like bye, like Sammy says, there you go, and bring the curtain up, right? Or bring the curtain down or whatever the case might be. So that is awesome features.
I'm looking for one thing to show you guys, and I had it written down here and I can't find it, but it's really good for finding elements in Canva to bring in so that you can take advantage of that new feature of, you know, bringing in overlays and animating them. And so I hope I can find it. So that's why I'm looking down on my phone. Yeah, that the camera, the flying in, especially for me, it would be for the waiting screen, because on the waiting screen is when I get really, really fancy, right? But when I'm on the show, I want things to kind of be static. Kind of be like, I just want to deliver the content and I just want to stay here.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done, then go in and bring in some, you know, call to actions or whatever. But on the waiting screen, camera, overlays flying, all of that is nice. That is nice. Oh, and Victor, we'll see you in San Diego.
We'll see you in San Diego. Yeah, it's also good for a pattern interrupt also too, right? So let's say last week we were designing multiple scenes in one scene, right? Because somebody wanted to know if there was a workaround for that or whatever. Fulgens, shift your camera to cover.
I think there's another OCD person here, Samantha. So I think it was when you were messing around with it.
No, but if you look, right? If you look, it's perfectly aligned here, right? So if we zoom in, it's where it should be. It's because of the way the design is, right? The white would actually be, I would have to shift the white to go underneath the camera. But let's see here if it allows it. Would have to shrink it a little bit more. Boom. Thank you, Samantha.
You see, I'm like, okay, so okay, sure. If you want to keep it like that, that's anti-design. I'm down for it.
I mean, yeah,
But yeah, that looks
it was
nicely. That looks like you.
anti-designing.
Yeah.
So where was I?
Samantha's like,
Nice.
now I can continue. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Felicia. Why?
Paul, where was I? Good morning, Felicia.
I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find this thing. Okay, so what's next on our features that we like the most of camera? That's basically for overlays. I feel that that's those are the major ones, right? The flying animations.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones. But although I'm enjoying the automated scenes, I'm enjoying the sound plays. I haven't used the virtual mic yet. Have you, Fulgence?
Not thoroughly, but I tested it to make sure it works in Zoom. So if you have your audio, your sound, let's pull this over here, right? So let's say we have this, right? Rodecaster Pro movie sound effects. Let's say everything is set a particular way. It will transfer over into Zoom as virtual mic. Once we go into options, our output, I should say, virtual mic, and make sure it's on. In this case, it's not on because this is a newly installed version of Ecamm, right? But once it's on, then this will appear inside of Zoom, which is awesome. Awesome. And it did work perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Thank you, Paul. Pattern interrupts, right? So, for example, last week we were building different overlays to mimic, like, triggering different scenes inside of one scene, so we don't have to leave that scene, right? So let's say, for example, we're like so, right? And then we bring in, we just want to make you solo, right? And this is an awesome way to make you solo. So we bring this camera on, and let's say we just want to make you full screen. Let's select you, and transition, we will again flying from the bottom, right? So like this, right? So now, right, we want to highlight you, boom, all in the same scene. So that is really, 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 really cool. I really love that feature. So there's different ways, like, other than using it for like a cool waiting screen effects, but there are other ways, like, you incorporate the camera transition. So I think that is a really great feature. Thank you, Paul.
Definitely. So, Fulgence, speaking about pattern interrupt, can you go on solo screen yourself so that I can find this that I want to show everybody? So I'm not looking down.
How about this? And this is what I love about this feature I just mentioned, right? So normally, we can go into like a preview mode to do, because I have you solo, right? I have to create a new scene right, and then change the camera to myself. But now, in live demo mode, if we go in live demo mode, we can just go to that camera that we just added for you, the camera overlay, and change the camera to myself now, right? And then I don't have to leave the scene. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So, like, awesome. For uses like that, I think that's a perfect feature.
All right, there you go, mister.
All right, and what are you looking for over
podcasting.
There?
What?
What is it that you're looking for?
I'm looking for it. I just thought about it right now because I kept wanting to do it, but I never, we can never find the time. It's how to search for specific elements, transparent elements inside of Canva.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right, Felicia? Yes, that's an exceptional feature. Samantha says that's awesome. Yeah, and we don't have to leave our scenes, right? And while Anna is searching for what she's searching for, Catherine Wakefield was doing a stream on Ecamm Live Academy and came across a particular feature that I didn't see. Adrian tagged me, and it's the first time I came across, and it applies to text overlays such as this one, right? So if you notice that Samantha says that's awesome, yes, right, and then let's go into live demo mode and check out this space here, right? Normally we like it, right? We like how it's like the rectangle stretch across the screen. That's pretty cool, but the developers added a feature in here. Let's open the text overlay interface, right? And there's this feature here called automatic width. So what that does, when we click on automatic width, it's going to automatically adjust this to like basically snip off all of this dead space, if you will, right? So if we're going to click on automatic width, it doesn't do anything yet, but once you save, check this out. You know, so that's a feature that they added. You know, still not sure what we would use this for. Maybe it's for the anti-designers, right? Or, you know, overly OCD. But for me, I prefer when the comments are like this, you know, because it leaves room for other comments coming in, right? So if someone writes a longer comment like Paul, right? Anna is rewriting the script, but let's check that out, right? Let's try that. Let's try this. Yeah, Anna is rewriting the script. Yes. So let's select automatic width for this comment, and then let's save, right? And now let's bring in another comment. Let's see what that does. Does it apply to all of the comments? So Victor did the shock face thing, and then let's go back to, let's say a short one here, like yes. Oh no, that's the buy me a coffee one. Thank you, Paul. But let's go to Samantha's yes here. Okay. All right. So it does. Good morning, family, from Felicia. All right. So now it's assigning automatic width to all of the comments. All right. This is a game changer.
I'm just finding a lot of selfies. I didn't know it took so much selfies, so many selfies. But anyway, my people, I won't be able to find it, but I'll owe it for you. But it's really cool. It's a really cool. It's a code, kind of like a code. So I cannot guess it.
Yes, Felicia. Yeah. Like I agree. So Felicia says this is a game changer because when a scene was locked in the previous version, a camera changed within that scene. Yeah, exactly. So now we can add our camera and then add our transition, and it's as if, and we don't have to leave the scene. So that is an awesome feature. And so Victor, you do like this automatic width feature? I mean, I guess I see what it's doing now. So it's automatically adjusting your width to regardless of what comment it is, so you don't have to worry about it. So that is pretty cool. So thank you, Catherine. Catherine just came across it in the academy while she was live. Hello, Sherwin. Good to see you here. Thank you so much. All right. But yeah, so that is a really cool feature. So once again, yes, Samantha. So once again, right? So going back, if we put Samantha's comment on the screen and then we're going to double click here, notice that automatic width is not there anymore, right? Because it's already doing its automatic widthing, right? But if we cancel this out here, let's cancel this. And now I'm going to manipulate this comment. So I'm going to stretch it out like so, right? And then now Ecamm is like, what are you doing? I changed it to automatic width. What are you doing, dude? So the automatic width button is back, right? So let's click that again and let's save it. And Ecamm is like, good, thought so. Leave it that way. So there you have it, right? So that's good. I'm glad I decided to bring my MacBook Pro. Oh yeah, for sure. It's gonna be some. It's gonna be so much fun in San Diego, and playing around with these new 3.10 features. In that case, 3.10 did come at a really good time. So like for those of us there, we could like, you know, do some breakthroughs with these new features. Miss Hill.
Yes.
Are you ready to come back on screen now?
Sure.
I love that automatic size feature. Also a time saver. Yes. So in this case, it does work. So now I see why they added that feature there. So thank you, Ken and Glenn. Love you guys. Greetings straight from. Thank you so much, Sharon. It's so good to see you. Haven't seen you in so long. So it's really good to see you here. All right. So now without leaving the scene, boom, back. So that's really, really cool. Love it. Love it. Felicia also says, however, no, you're back on screen. However, a camera change can happen in a live scene with the ATEM because Ecamm. Yes, exactly. Yes, you know, and that's what's so cool. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, so isn't this like that one thing that we were trying to do changing cameras without leaving the actual scene. Wasn't
Yeah.
that what we were trying to do last week?
Yeah, but they also wanted to do like a screen share and all those things like that. So we found some type of workaround for that, right? But Felicia makes a good point. In addition to the good point, like, and that's the beauty of like the Ecamm software, that you can add these camera overlays and add the transitions, right? So, you know, one may not need something like an A10 menu and things like that, you know. So that is really cool to have this feature here and be able to do something like where you could have these cameras fly in and fly out within one scene, versus having to use the native camera switcher in Ecamm, or, you know, having to use a camera switcher such as the A10. So it's awesome that this software is allowing you to do so like that, which is really, really good. But that's a really good point, Felicia. Yeah.
Hi, Sherwin. Nice seeing you here. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been so long. It's been so long. Yeah. So
On the live, but he's behind the scenes with us.
Right. So we covered the animations for your camera overlays, the screen share overlays. We didn't bring in a logo, so let's do that. Let's off screen. We're going to pull in the Ecamm logo, for example, and we're going to drop that in. Ecamm logo color, Ecamm. Let's try this one. I don't know which one this is, but all right, this is the white one. Perfect. So let's resize that. If it lets us resize, come on, Ecamm logo. All right. So we have the Ecamm logo here, right? And it counts as a picture overlay, right? So if you go into live demo mode, Ecamm logo or any picture that you bring in will have the pencil there now. So you could click on the pencil and you have the transition, right? Let's zoom out because that feature will hide underneath any panel that's present. So let's bring the panel down and fly in from the left, right? So now if we hide Ecamm logo, it'll fly out and then it can fly in, right? So you could do that with any PNG, any JPEG that you bring in, which is really, really awesome. And the same thing applies to animated overlays too. You could bring in animated overlays, the animated overlays, and
you know, I'm over here like, when am I gonna break in so the Fulgens can design something for me? Because right, because I'm getting used to my laptop, right? And I didn't assign the trackpad and the mouse external to be able to, you know, do this thing. So I wanted to show, but Fulgens, you're gonna show them how we can do create a lower third, right, and change the message automatically using the new feature.
Repeat that again, so I know exactly what we're doing.
So, right, we're gonna design a lower third, and in the lower third, we're gonna have different messages. Right? So we are going to time the messaging that we're sending out, right? So that it can automatically go like every 3 seconds, every 5 seconds, perhaps for this one, 30 seconds, for example, and then change to different messaging without us having to trigger it ourselves.
Okay.
This is another use case for the automated scenes.
Yeah.
So, but wait, there's more, right? So on the overlay, on the lower third itself, I want to show a different way that you can enhance or make your lower thirds different, right? So the top Fulgens, you know how we use the headline on our lower thirds, right? The headline. So I want to have a rectangle, and then I want to bring a triangle to make it slanted. Right? So then what we're going to do is we're going to create a group and then we're going to link it. So we're going to have the rectangle, then we're going to have the triangle slanted so that we can create that slanting thing, right? The slanting slanted shape. And then we're going to have it as a headline and then just have a straight line for the lower third where the messaging is going to go, right? simple like that.
Okay, so let's see if we got this right.
Yeah,
So let's
I can do it if you want to
me.
with this.
You can guide. You can
Yeah,
guide
I can
me,
guide you. Okay, we're
All
gonna do
So
this.
the headline will have a slant, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the body will be rectangular, right?
Yes, the body will be
Okay.
simple, rectangle, no lines, no nothing. It's just basic,
Got
and
it.
then the only thing that's gonna change is gonna be the headline.
All right, guys, let's build some blocks.
You can do this because I mean
No, we
I
got
can
it.
do it with my trackpad, right? If I could, but I mean I can, but
No, we got it. We got this. So hold on.
we're gonna do this.
We're going to do
It
this.
looks really good because I did it behind the scenes. So
Hold on. I'm being a little nosy here in the meantime. Let me see something. Okay, no. I'm seeing some deleted moderation, moderator deletes going on. I'm just being nosy.
oh my
All right,
gosh.
so let's build some blocks here. Let's start this and bring Miss Hill here, and then go here because it's anaandfuljens, not fuljens and ana. All right, perfect. So
Oh my gosh.
we'll start this as the interface. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Start live demo mode.
Thank you, Sharon.
Yes. First thing is first, right? Because now, normally, for myself, like I make a habit of like starting like Command N, let's start the overlay, right? But then I'm like, no, let's start the folder, right? Because I know like I'll backtrack. I'm like, wait, very important that you start with the folder. So let's start with the
Yes, I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you. You don't even understand.
you.
That's why I'm like, I kept saying this, but it is, I'm telling you, yes.
Thank you. Okay, so let's zoom in here. And hello, Paul Dixon. Good to see you, Paul Dixon. Good to see you.
Oh, wow, Paul Dixon, hello.
We have both Paul Ds here in the building. Let's drop that needs to drop a bomb for that. So the new group, this is going to be called lower third body. Lower third body. Right? And then we're going to do, and we'll get to your question, Paul Dixon, in a moment. And then we'll have lower third headline, because we're going to create a headline. Right? And then we'll do another folder for lower third text. Text. And
How come I
then
can't see it?
can't see?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I see it's there in the stream. That's weird. Headline text as well. All right. Perfect.
Fuljens, I cannot see what you're doing.
Where are you looking though? Are you looking
on the broadcast?
The broadcast?
Yeah.
We have everything there. I see. Like I'm looking at the broadcast on YouTube, and we are in demo mode, and I see the folders and everything. So I don't know.
see demo mode. I just don't see the lower third where you're typing. I'm gonna send you a picture so you can see it. I'm not tripping
No, I
over
know.
here.
I'm pretty sure. That's very interesting that you don't see it there. All right, so I think we're zoomed out, right? Okay, so we have our 4 folders here. So now we can start with the lower third body, and let me know where you're sending it so I can check it out. All right. Yeah, Paul hears you.
Right,
hear the
exactly,
Slack.
Paul.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. So I'm gonna close out my Slack on the thing because it doesn't need to. Okay, I closed that out. Yeah, because the San Diego crew is ready.
I don't even know what's happening. I just kept
I don't know
hearing.
what's
I'm like,
happening
wait, is that
either.
me? I'm like, on notifications off. What's happening?
I don't know what's happening either. So we're gonna type lower third body. Or we could keep it as lower third because no, actually body. We need a longer rectangle. Let's increase the margin for this. Give me a color, Miss Hill, for the lower third body.
Let's do gold, please.
Let's do gold.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna change this color to gold, or we can use our building blocks. How's this building blocks gold here?
I actually wanted it. Remember the gold I showed you? This one. Let me do this real quick. That gold.
Let me color pick that. Boom. Why is Faith Sharon saying we can't see it too? Am I the only one that can see the stream? Seeing the stream?
No, now I can see everything.
Okay, you can see everything. All right, cool.
But yeah, I mean, I can see now. I can see it, but it's like if I don't know if you can bring the screen down a little bit, but you're
Like this?
Yeah, maybe that will be more level, but
That's so weird. Like, how come you're not
you're
able
good.
to see
No, but
the
you're
full
good
screen?
now. I can see you. So if people are gonna see you well, and now I can see you, that means that's already rectified. So continue your design.
I just want to make sure, right? Because look, this is the stream and this is full screen, so I don't know what's going on. So
it's
I just
okay
wanna make
now.
sure, 'cause
Go.
it's like
It's okay. Continue on your groove. You're good. You're good.
frying my circuits here. Okay, so we have our lower third body, right? We have our lower third body, and then we're going to add that into our lower third body folder here, and we can lock that in place. That size is fine. And now we're going to create headliner. Headliner. What color should this be?
Maybe it could be white, but now that I'm looking at it in a different monitor, it looks like poop a little bit.
So we'll make this white, and then we'll change the poop color to another color. So we have this. Let's put this to the side, and then let's change this back to, we could change this to the building blocks yellow. Okay. All right. So this one here, let's lower the margin because this is going to be a headliner. Actually, we don't need to because this is going to go behind the, right? So we can lower this like this, and then we could send this to the back. Right? It'll go to the back like this, right? And then
yeah, don't do that now yet because we need to add the slanted shape, the triangle to it. So
right.
it needs to be out. So, and you need to have that on its separate folder so you can then move it.
We're gonna have it in a separate folder, and it's going to go under headliner, lower third headliner, and then lower third headliner folder will go underneath lower third body like so. Okay, so now it's there, right? And then we're going to add a triangle, as you said, right? So we can bring this up a little bit more, and let's Command N.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could design. You need I'm fine. I'm like, yes.
And then we're going to use this one, right? Like the front facing triangle.
Let me see. You're going to use the other one, slanted the other way.
Hold on. Isn't this what you're referring to? Like have the triangle facing this way?
And no, the other way.
Okay, back like a backslash. All right. And then another great feature request would be, again, to have shapes already at our disposal so we don't have to piecemeal them together, right? Let's remove the shadow from that so it could blend in. So like this, right?
Yes,
Okay.
like that. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
yes.
All
You
right.
guys, honestly, this is amazing.
But let's check something in, right? So now with the new, the 3.10, let's see how this works, right? So if you notice here, there is some snapping. It's not snapping with the top of the rectangle, for example, but there is some snapping going on. And then we can move this over. Let's zoom in some more here. Right. And I think because you see that line there, I think because we added a shadow to this can actually be a little bit
I would
bigger.
take the effect off of it.
The shadow, no, the effect on the triangle is not there, but there's an effect on the text box there. So we're going to remove that in a minute, but let's just try to line this up. And this is where the OCD kicks in. All right, that looks good. And then let's go back to headliner here and uncheck shadow just in case. And then this triangle can go underneath headliner there. So like this, right? Yeah, Paul, that would be awesome
Paul,
if
I
shadow
agree.
wasn't on by
I
default.
agree.
That looks pretty cool.
That looks pretty awesome.
So before, it's all good, Sherwin. Paul Dixon had asked a question. Let's just get to that real quick. Paul says, I was hoping to do changing lower thirds of automatic scene groups, but if you are showing comments, will they vanish? Yes, they will. And there is no workaround. The best practice is do not show comments during when you're doing automatic scenes. Do not show comments. Do not show anything that you don't want to vanish. Do not show, because comments do not show in all scenes, as you know. But timers, cameras, any overlays, logos, you can keep those in all scenes, but comments will indeed vanish. So if your thing is on maybe on a 5-second loop, show the comment and really hide it right away.
or pause that specific scene that you want to show the comment in.
Yes.
And then you add the comments in there, and then hit play again, and then it will go through its loop, and then you can pause it on another scene. So you could do that, have fun doing it that way, and then bring the comments in specific scene once you pause.
Yes. Excellent advice. All right. So any additions to this?
That was as simple as I wanted it to be.
The vision came together. So now it's a matter of adding text into these boxes, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So we can lock the headliner, and then we can lock the lower third body. Yes, those are locked in there. So we have headline text and lower third text, right? And we have this scene here. We're going to call this breaking news, because that is of course going to go into a folder, automated folder. So before we start doing the text, let's do that now. Let's take this breaking news scene here, and actually we could just drag it to the bottom, and then bring interview challenge to the top. So we have this scene here because we're going to add the folder and drop it in here. Okay. Right. So we have that. So now we can work with this first folder here. Well, this first scene here, right? Let's add some text to that. Restore default style, uncheck background, and we can just say hello fam.
Or how about we brand it to San Diego? How about we will see you in San Diego, and then we have the name, the dates cut after. How about that?
Well, yeah. Well, we have multiple scenes so we're probably gonna do maybe three scenes. That's gonna automate it, right? So,
but the headliner should be,
see you in San Diego,
or it should be, something about San Diego.
Well, see you in San Diego.
or even breaking news, and then the message will be, we will be in San Diego, and then the dates.
All right, so we have that here.
Yes.
And then, you can keep it static. In this case, we will keep it static because we're going to have it automating, right? Normally when you see something like this, usually they do fly in, or it'll just transition, fade in, fade out, or whatever. So we'll do something like that, right? So this breaking news will go into headline text, right? And then we create a new one, and this will be, what is it?
So breaking news. See you. We will be in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following line, the dates.
Wait, so we have 2 lines here?
No, one. But when it transitions, right? So that one, it will have a different. It will come second, right? So whatever time we assign to it. So it's
okay. We are
whatever.
Coming to. Good. Let's change that. They're coming to sunny San Diego, and I think probably black will work, right? On here. Okay. And then have it right here, for example. Okay, so that's fine there. And then let's take that and drop that into lower third text. Okay. So we have headline text. So if we look in the text overlay panel here, this is how we organize our overlays, right? Headline text, lower third text.
Zoom in, Fulgence Henry, please.
Headline text, lower third text, lower third body, and lower third headline, right? So everything is organized appropriately, right? So we have that here, and OCD. Let's fix this a little bit more. Okay. All right. So simple, basic, nothing elaborate. This is just for tutorial purposes because I want to see a scrolling ticker. I want to see all that stuff. I want to see, I don't know. This is looking very basic for me, but we're going to keep it like that.
You guys, he just called me basic. He just called me 100% basic.
I called you basic? No. How did I call you basic? I'm saying this is basic because, like, you know, we're just doing a demonstration, right? But normally, if we were to work on this behind the scenes, this is gonna look a lot more elaborate than this right now.
Do the expand the yellow one maybe longer, and it will give it like a little more feel to it.
But if we do that, then we're gonna have to like.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Slide that over. All right.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. Okay. I guess it's good.
Well, but you can just move it back, you know, or you could have left the and then just move the headline back. It's just so that it can be a little longer. So it's not like.
So let's
see you in San Diego tight.
And then just remember,
hi Parker Jennings.
Hello Parker. Just
a lot of awesome peeps coming in through.
And hello Ballard Vibes. Good to see you here. Just remember from
Ballard Vibes.
From 3.9 we have the lock overlay and we have the linking, right? So if we click on the link here, it's because we have these two elements here on headline. We want both of them to move at once. So we're gonna lock them together, and now we can move this over. And look at that 3.10 snap. Let's look at that 3.10 snap, right? Look, the ruler snapping where the W is, but we don't want it to snap there. We want it to snap where the beginning of the other one is, right? So look at that. That's really awesome. And then the breaking news, let's move that over, and it's gonna snap right above the W. Look at that. So that's awesome. That is one of the best overlay features ever, the snapping. Okay, so we have that. So now we can take breaking news and we're going to duplicate that in an automatic group, right? So we have a copy here. So we can just type this build number 2, for example, build 2. And we can change we're coming to sunny San Diego to something else. So we're gonna say we touch down this Sunday. What Sunday is date? March.
The 13th.
March 13th. Okay. Right, we touch down this Sunday, March 13th, and then let's create another build here. This will be build 3. Build 3, and build 3 will have something else. Let's just make sure we have build 2, we have build 3. Build 3 can say, and we are going live with ENN on Monday at what's the Pacific time? 3? Is it 3?
No, we better skip it. Or we like stay tuned for details.
On Monday.
No, yeah, exactly. Stay tuned for more or something like that.
So we'll do another one. So we'll do this, right? And then let's do build 4. Build 4. And then stay tuned for more details. Right? Okay. So now, you know what? Let's just do something, right? So let's just have these things flying. I think it's gonna look cool when we do that. Appreciate it much better. Let's do flying from the bottom on each one. It would be easier if you do it from the beginning. This way you just duplicate everything and it already has the animation there, but it's only taking a few more seconds to do that. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys probably hear the tree people outside. Of course, they're like trimming branches and stuff, and
you know, we're not really hearing anything, but now that you mention it, we're going to actually pay attention to what's happening.
By all means do so. All right, so now we have our builds ready. Okay, and thank you, Paul. Paul,
thank you. Yes,
it's 4
thank
p.m.
you.
Pacific time. So we're going to have it advance to next scene, but you could do random, right? But we're going to keep it on advance to next scene. And then the time interval, maybe 5 seconds. 5 seconds should be fine for this, right? And then we're going to click play, right? So now we can, and then while we're doing this, just to go back to Paul Dixon's question earlier, right? The importance of anything that you do not want to disappear in the particular scene, either stop it, like click on build 4 and it'll stay on build 4, and then you have your comments appearing, right? But it's, if you want to keep it automated, and let's say you don't worry about comments, but you want a timer or a camera or something, or a logo, you want your lower third, a dominant lower third, make sure it stays in show in all scenes at all times while you're in your automated group, right? So we're going to get out of demo mode and we're going to click the play button here, starting with this scene here. Okay, so let's check this out, and we're playing, right? And you know, this is going to be great for like when we do for ENN purposes too, because you could just feed so much information there, and it doesn't have to be every 5 seconds. Maybe it's like 30 seconds, or to give people enough time to read, you know, what's going on, what's being fed in there. And a concern, so let's say you have something like this, right? And you have a scrolling ticker underneath. The scrolling ticker will start over and over again, but if you have the scrolling ticker and showing all scenes, you know, this it's just like beautiful. It's so beautiful. You know what? While this is happening, how do you like this, Miss Hill? While this is happening, I'm typing a scrolling ticker here.
Yeah, I love it. This is exactly what kind of like what I had in mind in terms of how it will look. I will make the text a little smaller, and I will change the fonts on breaking news. But and then also, what if, like, which can be created, we can have another rectangle and then flip the color. And so duplicate the scene, change the yellow or change the white to red, and then have another message there, or just change the yellow to another color, for example red, and just have it flip like for a pattern interrupt, or for like,
so you're saying in any of, so like for example, the first scene will be yellow, the next one be red, and the next one be yellow red, to alter it like that, or?
Yeah, but just like it will be like that. So in my use case, I would have the red just kind of show up once, and then go automatically go back into the automated scenes, and then play it again, right? In my use case. But for this one, we could just have it there and see what it looks like, right? Just to show that you could actually have. It would be nice if the transition was a flip, but yeah.
Well, hold on a second, right? So I'm gonna keep it on this scene for now, because before that, I was working on, in the background, a scrolling ticker, right? So we have a scrolling ticker here.
Because he doesn't want to be basic, you guys.
We have a scrolling ticker here. The font is a little too big. Let's shrink that there. And so for example here, right? So check this out. So if we go into demo mode, this scrolling ticker, let's move that up into overlays, showing all scenes, right? So now check this out. And that scrolling ticker is consistent. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right. So now, right?
So these are the things that we can do with automated scenes, you guys. So this is the things like lower thirds and changing the message. You don't have to trigger it yourself. You just have to leave it there. It's just
yeah. Okay. Powerful. So let's go back to what you were saying, right? So let's say scene 1, right? Breaking news, right? So this is white headliner, gold body, right? And then build 2, what should this be now?
So we're gonna do red to keep up with it, or we can do black and white, maybe?
Which one? The body?
Uh-huh.
So the body will be which color?
Black
and
white. You guys throw in a color for us, please.
It'll be black. Well, this will be done in before the comment comes in 20 seconds later.
Yeah, but we will do it, and we will do it again.
So, for example, like this, right? All right, let's try that. Let's try this. Let's see what it does. No, you're absolutely right. It's like a pattern interrupt.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you see that so you can change the Yeah, and we could even have like, this would be extremely out there, but like have a little shape coming in, so like an arrow, put the arrow in along with it to kind of, bring the, you know what I mean? So bring the yellow that was there, so still people kind of have something familiar, which will be the color, but then the rest will be red.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So for example, right, like you were saying here, right? Let's say we're in build number 2.
Oh my
like
gosh, that looks so good.
An arrow will appear. Okay.
So you will move we touched down this Sunday to the right, and then have a yellow arrow or a yellow triangle, right? Going in.
Okay. So we have it like this. And let's find some arrow here. Command N, and let's search for an arrow.
I am so in love with this, especially the black and white one.
Something like this, right? Like one of these arrows here, right?
Yeah.
And then we can change the color of that, since let's restore default font. This is another feature request that I have. Something about this, like when it's like defaulting to certain things. Arrow. It was this arrow. Double click this, so now it's there. But I wish it didn't default with the background, because sometimes it gets lost, or I call it the memory foam, right? Because we have the opacity set to 0, and then when we go back in there, the opacity is still set to 0, right? So that would be awesome if that was no longer.
We just actually have to send it, because we keep saying like we're gonna do it, and we never send any of these requests. Like, we just send it.
No, I don't want to say we don't send any of the requests, because like
these
these
specific ones that we keep saying. Okay, we wish this wasn't there, so we just get used to it, but we haven't sent it yet, right? We just keep saying
the nagging features, features I like to call them.
Yeah.
All right, red, right? So we're going to do red, and then this can actually fly in to give it a little bit more interrupt.
Yellow.
Oh, yellow. Hey, not trash. All right. So, and it's gonna have a fly in. Hello, Maggie. Good to see you here. Like that, right?
I think a triangle will work better, but sure. Let's see it. Johnny.
What's up, Johnny? The fam.
Maggie, hi.
Yeah. We're a little over time, which is fine. So fam is coming in.
Which is fine until 10:30.
So this triangle, for example.
A triangle, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And something else, right?
Gosh.
You notice that whenever we open up the text overlay interface, and then we open up the emoji interface, now this window stays open, right? So another feature request is to have this close whenever we close the text overlay interface, because there's no reason to have it still there, right? Again, something that people just don't point out to the developer, so it just stays like that, right? If you see something, say something.
For real.
As we say in New York.
And we're going to apply it to ourselves too. Like, we're definitely going to. Because we just get used to it, right? It's like, okay, there are more important things, right? So we just forget. But yeah, these are good. Yeah, Fulgens, do you like the triangle?
Yes, the triangle is great. So let's automate this again. Now let's see how this added to our pattern interrupt.
And I will make the triangle a little smaller.
Okay.
If it was me, right?
Oh, let's do this, because it's both of us. So let's make it smaller. How about that? Smaller, or is that good?
I think a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Yes.
They're so annoying, and they're gonna be here all morning long. Like,
we're not hearing anything, Fulgens. Your noise gate is working beautifully for you tonight. Today. Yeah.
Awesome. That's good to know. All right. Yeah. So we're going to get out of demo mode and automate this baby. Let's see how this looks now. right? And what we did earlier, we have the scrolling ticker showing in all scenes. This way, it will not vanish, as Paul Dixon mentioned, in the folders, right? You know, something that we did not cover is that the timer overlay, right? Let's go into demo mode, which is great because we don't have to like, you know, get it lost in here. So if you look up here, right, we have these countdowns here, and let's double click on the 4. If you notice here in the timer overlays, you also have animations here. So you could have your timer fly in from the left, right, auto, top, bottom as well, right? So
zoom in a bit, please.
Right. So they added the animations except for scrolling ticker. So you could add any of these animations to your timers now, which is awesome, right? But going back to showing in all scenes, if we have the countdown here at the top, let's make this black so you can see it better, right? And save. Right, that's going to stay there. Well, this is going to stay up there because it's showing in all scenes, right? So you don't have to worry about that disappearing or looping, right? That timer is going to stay steady throughout the scenes changing. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm just in love with the black and white one. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, the yellow looks good, but the black and white complete design is just beautiful.
So yeah, maybe that's why it was like looking basic.
Yes.
For me,
yeah,
was because like the color, based on like how we are, like, and how it's just laying there on top of our cameras, something just looked off and basic.
Right. so then take the scrolling ticker off and let's see if Fulton's if it's true.
No. I'm just saying, like, I kind of like that doesn't look basic to me, like, you know, because we added some elements, so we made it black. It just looks a little bit more bold, and you know, so
yeah,
that's what it means. You know?
Sorry, anyway, the black and white and the slant in it. I when I designed it on my end, it was really cool. But I designed it. My colors are black and white and blue and yellow, and I designed it in black and white. But then I was like, okay, cool. This is exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, Felicia.
Yeah, right, Felicia. It's just
right. And then you know what? Just for demonstration purposes, right? So like, let's say, because that happened. When did that happen? That happened on a particular stream. I did it actually. I brought a comment on while, you know, these things were automating, right? So I'm just going to bring Felicia's comment on the screen. Let's show you what happens here. Right. So Felicia's comment is there. It's lost. It's lost now until that scene comes back, right? So
but then pause it here, though.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you do not pause it, that's what's going to happen. So
right,
to the community, to be careful when doing that, because it's just going to vanish, right? And I'm actually waiting. There it is. Right. So it is. It's in. Where is it? Yeah, it was in our first scene called Breaking News, right? So now if we click on that scene now and just, it stops it, right? So that, if let's say you do want to bring comments in, make sure you practice what Anna just told you. Play that scene so the automation will stop. So now you can.
But how about we just go to the black and white scene and explain this in there? I just want to admire it more.
All right.
Stay there.
So let's say, okay, but let's do this, right? So it's automating. Right, let's give it some time. It takes a few seconds to load, right? So it's automating, right? And then now you have comments coming in and you want to acknowledge the feedback. So I know that that's build number 2. So I'm going to go back to build number 2. So now once I manually click on build number 2, it stops. Everything stops. So you don't have to worry about the automatic group rotating anymore, right? And now we can load our comments. Right? And you don't have to worry about anything else now. Until
the comments over there looking tiny.
Yeah. And then for those of you just tuning in, that is a feature that Ecamm added into the text overlay interface, is this, right? Automatic width, right? So let's say we normally manipulate our comments to look like this, right? So if you want to look like this, you do what we just did and you're good to go. But if you wanted to automatically snip that dead space there, let's go into demo mode and double click this. There's a feature that, you know, the developers kind of snuck in there called automatic width, right? And this applies to any text overlay with that space if you like extend it that way, right? So if we click on automatic width, you see what happens to Johnny's comments. So now it will automatically adjust the comments for you versus leaving it like so, right? It eliminates all of that dead space automatically. So regardless of what comment comes in, right? So Paul Dixon, you can move the comments to show in all scenes, but when you add a new one, it appears just in, yes, exactly. That is correct, right? So if you notice like Paul Dixon's comment is a long sentence, Ecamm is automatically adjusting to cut it off right after he says, I think, right? There's no additional dead space there, right? And Felicia's fire emojis, right? It stops right after the last fire emoji. So that's what automatic width is doing now, which is, it's like, that's not even in the, on the list of what's new in 3 ways.
It was just it's like a sneak attack, like here, a little Easter egg.
A sneak
but
attack.
Then also if you get the comments folders and you bring it down where it reads, we touched down this Saturday, and just have it down there, to that, yes, and then extend it. Right. And then, you know, again, this will eliminate or deactivate the automatic width if you do it this way. And then now, every time a comment will come in, it will just go there, and it's not gonna look out of place. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Right. So now it appears like this. Or flying from the bottom will be cool, because then flying from the bottom, it was. Or even flying in from the left. This way, it doesn't interfere with the scrolling ticker. So now. Yeah. Right, so it comes in like so. Let's go on full screen. Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. Right. So this is manual width, if you will, right? Because we adjusted the comments to extend up until the end of our lower third body. Just leave a little bit of black left over, right? So now Ecamm cannot automate the width of your comments, right? Because we manually adjusted it. If we take the border, just make it Anna wants black. Anna just wants to redesign this comment off. So let's just do this. I just wanted it to match with the rest of the things, you know, like yes, thank you so much. Yes, this is amazing. It's just so clean, like minimalistic and clean. That's what's up. Yes, look at this beautifulness to those comments. Yes, you can still set a timer to the comments. Yep. Yes, that is awesome, and that is absolutely right. Oh my gosh, this is just a piece of art on a Friday morning, you guys. This is it. Yeah, practice this. Yeah, I like this. I like this here. You know, I said I saw the vision, and then when we automate it and everything looks cool, but now you just made me want to make everything black now. You see, I'm telling you. I tell Fulgence all the time. I'm like, stick with me, kid. Hold on. You could just do this quick. Just doing it. I'm just doing it off camera. Boom. What is this? Hold on. Let's go back. That's the text of the box. Yeah. Bring that to 0 because I want to see this. Oh, this is white. That's why. Okay. White. And then build 2 is already set. Let's hide the comment. That is great. And let's go to build 3. And then build 3, we're taking the text and making it white. And then we're going to take the box and make it black. And then we're going to take build 4 and make this black. Just real quick. And then make the text white. Okay. Yes. And let's automate this baby. Oh my gosh. Right. Yeah, that looks much better. Yeah, and then there goes the little that's the pattern interrupt scene there with the little arrow. For real, it just looks great. It just looks great. Wait, what does Business Girl Ready
Oh,
say?
Michael says, breaking news to change to have your say when showing the comments. Yeah.
Oh,
you
that's fun.
Yeah, you can totally create another build in there to do that, or in where we have headline text. So now we know, like, right, where we want to stop it here at build 2, right? And then if you go to headline text where it says breaking news, we can do Command End and type have your say, right? And then
that is such a great idea, though, because if we're going to stop the automation to a specific scene for comments, that is perfect, because we know that we're gonna stay there, and we can change that headline.
Right.
Thank you. That's so great.
Yeah. So we can hide breaking news and then switch it here, because we know we're gonna spend some time here. So you could take your time to go into headline text, hide the breaking news, and then add that there, right, while you're there. And then when you're done, you could hide that and put breaking news back, and then you could continue your automation if you want. Right, so that is awesome.
And another tip. First of all, we have 2 tips, right? So not 2 tips, but Felicia, what does that mean that your mom tells you keep your head in the car? What does that mean? Translate, please. Translate. I don't know what that means. And then the second thing, Paul Dixon, that's a great idea. We can actually change the color of specific word either on the headline or on the message. So we can do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
On the say, maybe on the say, have yellow on
let's
the
do
say?
that. So let's do that. So we paused, and then we're going to hide breaking news. We're going to bring back have your say, and then, you know, there's a few ways that you could do this, right? We can go into, I think it will allow you to do this, right? If we do this, no, this will allow us just to highlight and change the color, right? But let's say we want to do this. We want to just add a highlight behind the word say, right? We can type say again, and then we could add the background to it. Let's remove those corners. Let's keep it as say, remove the shadow, drop the opacity, and then change the background to black, right? And then we place it like right here. And then we could send that to the back, or bring have your say to the front, right? And then this one, the word say, well, this box here that says say, we can bring it to lower the headliner text and have it underneath say, have your say. Why is it not showing?
Because I think it should just change the. I think it should just change.
No. Because now in this case, say needs to be white. So there we go. And there you have it. Something like this.
Yeah, that is good, right? That is good. But I think it should just change the word to the different colors. So change say to bold and yellow.
Okay. Like so.
I think that looks a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
To me. What do you think, Paul and Samantha and all of you?
So Paul says, I mean, for example, you could make the word Sunday. Yeah, right, exactly. So what you just said, change the color. Yeah. Yep, keep it simple.
Oh my gosh. And Felicia says, and which is true, right? Felicia says, when we say let's go to the comments, right? Especially when we're on ENN, we can go straight, let's go to the comments, and we go to that scene in the automated thing. Or if we're doing just on the waiting screen or whatever application we're going to use it in, we can do it that way. This is so great.
Definitely, Paul. You need for Stream Deck keys. Yes, add those things to the Stream Deck.
Oh, Felicia, you and I were thinking the same way.
Yeah. That looks good. It looks good like that. But you know what? Hold on a second, right? So in this here, remove shadow, because you see what shadow is doing.
Yes.
It's very subtle, but it's there. It kind of makes it dark. It's not like really serving a good purpose there, right? So let's take shadow off. Yeah, that looks clean already.
Yeah.
That looks better.
And then also, for example, like, I don't know, maybe can we, let's change it to, I mean, we will have to change the arrow to red, but let's see how red looks in there instead of yellow.
What, for the word say?
Yeah. And I believe this is going to be the last. Oh, look at this. Okay. So thank you, Michael, right?
Michael Hill.
So, yeah. So yellow and white is not good. Yes, exactly. So let's yes, there we go. Yeah. And then we change the triangle to red.
To red.
As well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And the red doesn't really show that much, so maybe we will have to change it to a brighter red.
No, but the red, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On the body.
Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah, Paul. The shadow makes it like less crisp. That is so true. Right? Something like this, right?
And then
that red is better. And this one here?
Yeah, just a little brighter. So
we could use this cayenne pepper one here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
There
that
we
looks
go.
good. Yes. If it was the other way around, it would probably look better. If it was like if the background was yellow and then we add the black on there, it would look good.
Yeah. Like for me, if it was gonna be like my design, I would keep it straight up black and white. Like I would just keep it straight up black and white, and with a yellow, yellow.
The red on the black is too dark. Yeah.
Oh, wait, go full screen. Thank you, Johnny.
It probably looks better now, because that's probably when it was the darker red. Darker red.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's full screen now. So let's. The latency is actually pretty good. It's less than, the latency is probably like 10 seconds or less than 10 seconds, which is pretty cool. So it's already full screen over there. Oh my gosh.
You guys, I want to see what you create. And another shout out actually goes out to Johnny E. Johnny did an amazing design. You guys keep making us proud. We love seeing it. We love seeing the things that you guys create, the designs, how you brand it. It was, look at this. Look at this. This is, and then we got to show Samantha, right?
We're gonna show Samantha's, yeah.
Yeah, look at this, you guys.
That's really cool, right? And then that is from our free lower third, available at our buymeacoffee.com/anaandfuljens, and you can just make it your own. And you wouldn't have thought that, it was like, he took the lower third. Like it just looked completely different based on what Johnny did. The elements he added, he just made it his own, right? And then let's see. And Samantha had a stream going on with the scrolling ticker. That looks really cool. Let's hide this scrolling ticker on our end here so you could see everything, right? Yeah. So the scrolling ticker, I love that. I love the half circles and the timer, how everything is positioned. Looks awesome, right? And Samantha was just like in here doing her thing. Samantha is also an anti-designer.
I love it. I love it. I love the whole thing.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. That's great. So you guys keep practicing everything that you're learning, because really you see it, and then the more you practice, the more you will get better at it, and then also your creativity then starts expanding, and you can keep trying different things. So go into the group Ana and Fuljens on Facebook and just practice in there, and let us see where you're coming up with, because we learn a lot from you as well. Because everyone has their own creative juices, and everyone is different when they create. So we love to see your rendition of what we do.
How's this now, Felicia? How's this? So now we're doing the maraschino.
It goes like, have your say.
Yeah,
we can be like, better. Have your say, and have a wink face. Wink face. Emoji face.
Yeah, I think that pops even better now. I'm looking over at the stream.
Hi, Maggie.
Hello, Maggie. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, that looks better. Let us know what you think about that, Miss Felicia.
Yeah. But I'm still in love with the black and white. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So now, let's go back. Let's look at this finished product, right? So we're going to bring the scrolling ticker back on here and automate this. And there you have it, right? So, you know, these features you already had. You already had the fly-ins for your text overlays. You had, the shapes, and, you can manipulate them the way we're manipulating them here. But, just be able to add everything into an automated group and just have this just like that, right? So no Stream Deck, no foot pedal, all Ecamm. All Ecamm.
Yeah.
All Ecamm.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome. Right? And just remember again, if you don't want something to vanish in your scenes, either play a particular scene in the automatic group so it can pause, and then you could bring your comments on, bring your overlays, your lower thirds, and all that stuff. And or if you want something just to remain constant, like your scrolling ticker, make sure it is showing in all scenes, including your timer, right? Anything like that, make sure that's showing in all scenes. So you could have a clock up there, right? You could have your weather widgets, your weather emojis, and all that good stuff, and you don't want that to hide. Make sure it is showing in all scenes. Hello, Digital Glow.
Yes, hello, Digital Glow. So, Mr. Fortunes, we are over time, Mister. We have to go because I have another meeting that I have to attend to.
Yes.
So yes, we gotta go. But this was amazing. I love the way the black and white came out. I love the way we did breaking news background. It just looks exactly the way I was thinking in the mind. So yes, everyone, go to our group and practice there. Go live, practice all the skills that you've learned. If you have any questions as you're going through, let us know, because one of the things that I enjoyed about watching Samantha do her thing is just like seeing how you guys are navigating through the platform, right? Navigating through to your screen, the way you have it set up. Is it easy for you? Do you have palettes going on? Do you have fonts collections? Do you have, so it's like making it for us. It's like, okay, so we need to do this to make it easier for them and stuff like that. So keep doing it. Let us see how your workflow is, and we continue learning from you guys as well. So
yes, and just as a reminder, we have the goodies available here at our buymeacoffee.com/anaandfuljens. And here it is here. This is where you can find what we call the 78 degrees lower third design. We designed a scoreboard last week. You have the grid and other goodies there. So head on over to our buymeacoffee.com/anaandfuljens to get those goodies and join us in the group so we can see what goodness you're making out of those goodies and how you can manipulate them and redesign them and rebrand them as your own.
That's right. That is so right. Samantha, thank you. Of course, thank you for saying that, and we love it. We love
thank you.
Teaching here, you guys. So look at you guys. So Fulgence is traveling today, right? So look at what I did. Fulgence, have the lower third, turn the lower third off, please.
Hold on a second. Let's go back to here.
Before we leave. Okay. So here's what I did. Just for him, you guys, like nerding like that. Yeah. I've had this shirt for like freaking like 15 years, you guys. And it still looks so good. The way they used to make things before were so great. But yeah, I love this. So I'm over here going to wait for Fulgence with this shirt. Yeah, knowing me, I probably will have it changed by then, but oh my gosh. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
Go on and practice. Have a great Friday.
Enjoy
the weekend,
the
and then we're gonna be in
San Diego, and hope to see a lot of you there. And we're gonna close out with our nostalgic black and white throwback, right? So let's do this.
Yes.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye, you guys.
Hold on. Let's put this. Let's put the music on first. There you go.
Effulgence do your voice.
Thanks for watching. We'll now resume our regular programming. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Safe travels. That's all, folks.